What's up, everybody? Well, we're off the RC video for a day. We're back onto the Malibu. Have great news. And there it is, the great news. So, we got us a 350 turbo transmission. I believe he said this might even have a shift kit in it. I'm not positive. So, I think he did say it does. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't really care if it does. But if it does, cool. Anyway, so we got about 2 days. I want to just go ahead and bust this out the best I can. If I did it last time in 2 days, I can do it again, I imagine. So last time when I did it, I wasn't even feeling that good. I feel a little better now, so hopefully no problem. So anyway, I didn't even have to pay nothing for this, and I did, but not yet. I'm trading for it, and I gave him my old truck over here, this old black truck, for this thing. Yeah, that old bomber. It's a damn good truck, good transmission, good engine. It needs a distributor put back in because I loaned it out to a buddy when he broke down. The fuel pump ain't working right, so it needs that taken care of. But that engine is supposed to be carbureted, and they put the TBI fuel injection intake on there. You can waller the holes out to fit the engine, and that's what they did. So he's going to put that engine in his Camaro, I think, go back to carbureted like it should be, and put that transmission in the truck just like that. So he gets what he needs, I get what I need, and he is giving me more than just a transmission. I'm getting a Elderbrock 4-barrel carburetor, like a 650 or something, and the intake it comes with, and a few other parts, tachometers, some gauges. We got some chrome valve covers. They need cleaned up, but those are the ones I wanted. So we got that. We are getting ready to just start turning wrenches. I'm pretty confident that that transmission works because he brung it out here, dropped it off, and left it before he even got his truck to take home. And he's got a few other things to bring back. So I'm pretty confident in that. So let me get set up and I'm going to start. So, all right, we're getting ready to jack her up, put it on blocks. But before I do that, I got to get these top two bell housing bolts out. Now, I probably could take out the cross member and let it lower and get in there with the long extension and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I didn't even put one of them all the way back in. I started to, it was a pain, so I stopped because I was waiting to see if I had to come back out or not, and it did. So I'm still going to go ahead and try to get in there, get these two out before I bring it up in the air, obviously. So we can get that done right now. So, all right, obviously one of the first things you ever do is unhook your battery. This time I'm being smart and putting it on charge because last time I went through all that transmission change and went to start it up and the battery was dead on me and I had to charge it before I could do anything. So we're going to put it on slow charge and let her charge while we're working. We'll beat that one ahead of the program. So now to get those bolts out I was getting ready to take out. Okay, we got them top two bolts out. Now, being this is my second time doing this, things ought to go smoother for me because I know what I got to do. I know where the problems were. Little things like tying these wires up, getting them way out of my way so when I bring the new transmission back in, they don't fall between the engine and the transmission. Cover my cap up, or my distributor, keep my rotor and everything from getting any moisture on there. I didn't last time, but I'm doing that too. The reason I take it off there so I don't crack it against the firewall, obviously. And plus, I get my hand in there to take them two bolts out real easy that way. So anyway, we got all the top stuff done, I believe. I got the passing gear unhooked. Basically up here, the only thing, nothing. It's all done up here. Unless I was to unhook my vacuum line up here, but I'm doing it down there, so it don't matter. So now, we just mainly got to make sure this stays out of the way. I'm going to put a bag around it, keep moisture out of it. I'm going to replace it once I find out this transmission works. We'll worry about that. I've got brand new plugs in the car. It's got brand new wires on the car. And I'm having a new carburetor coming. Like I say, it's getting an Elderbrock 650 4-barrel intake. It's not a high-rise intake or nothing. I think it's just a stock aluminum style intake. but we're gonna paint it up nice. Anyway, let me get back to work underneath now. Time to jack it up. All right, as you can see, we got her all jacked up in the air. Got me some tools down there, most of what I need. These, I highly recommend, if you're gonna buy jack stands, go to Harbor Freight, get these 6-ton. Yes, they're big, but I got them because if I need to, I can lift that truck no problem too. So, but by having them, I'm not having any issues getting my transmission to slide out from under there and none of that stuff. I believe I got it higher this time than I did last time. I was a little sketched last time. This time I'm more confident in it. Hopefully I'm good. But anyway, I think these are about 80 bucks plus tax up there at Harbor Freight. The other ones are about 50 or somewhere in that area if you get the 3-ton. I'd rather trust 6-ton. That's 12-ton holding this car up right now, 6 on each side. So that's fine with me. I think we're good. It's about I don't know, just over a ton for this car, probably guessing. Probably 3,000, possibly 4,000 pound car. I doubt that. So anyway, let's get busy. Real quick, might as well show, you know, I figured I'd check out to see if there's any sign of leakage, and there is none, so that's great. I'm obviously going to change the seal. I'm not going to get all up in there changing pump seals and doing all that stupid stuff. I shouldn't have to. There's not a drop of fluid coming out of this, it looks like, and there is fluid in the transmission. I mean, he could have cleaned it up, but I don't think that's something I'm worried about. I'm going to change that front seal when I do it, and that'd be that. If I seen any signs down there it was leaking, I would do that whole dang thing. And I still may, but I don't want to take that pump out of there if I don't have to. So, if this one doesn't work, he's already brung it here early. I'm pretty sure it works. It's going to be fine. But had it didn't, then I could just let him know, and he's got a handful of these things. So, I'm pretty sure he brung one he thinks works. So, a $10 seal is about all that still cost. And we'll be back rocking and rolling. So, now I'm gonna get to work. Sorry guys, I'm guessing I've got about 2 hours so far invested in what I've done. We're moving right along, as you can see. We got this baby yanked out. Oops. All I gotta do is take out these transmission lines, put them on my other one. I'm gonna run to town, get the front and rear seals. Go ahead and put new seals in that other one. We're not going to waste our time not doing that. I mean, that would be kind of dumb. They're not very expensive. I do need to get a new one of these connectors I had just bought right here. Because one side I broke when I tightened it up, so I ended up putting hose clamps. The hose clamps worked for now, but while I'm at it, I'm going to see if I can just go ahead and pick up another coupler. We'll get her done right. Yeah, that's where we're at, I guess. I noticed that one over there doesn't have this little clip on the cover. Some do, some don't. I might just go ahead and take it off this one. So anyway, yeah, it wasn't no problem getting it out. Getting it back in there is never the same thing, right? But one-man operation, we'll get her done. As soon as I get the first couple bolts started, man, it's just going on in after that. So I'm gonna try to get it in today. I would love to get it done today. So anyway, I'm gonna go take a break, wash my hands, get what I need for that other one ready, clean it up, do all that good stuff, and we're gonna try to slam it back in. Man, I hope I can get it in there. All right, guys, I'm back from AutoZone. Well, actually, Advance Auto. I decided to go there because when I took that transmission out and put it back in, because the seal was leaking up front, it was blowed out. Well, when I put it back in, I got my torque converter off balance and it started dripping again. So then I fixed the torque converter, but I still had a little drip coming from the front if I filled it. So I didn't want to go buy the same type of seal again. I went to Vance Auto and got a better one. It looks a lot better. It seems like it'd be stronger, so hopefully that works out good. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pressure wash the transmission. My cross member's got so much grit and grime. Normally I wouldn't worry about it. I'm gonna go ahead and clean it off so I can keep my hands a little cleaner while I work. And then I gotta put that seal in the front, and we're gonna slap it in there quick as possible. So all right, there we go. We just hosed her down a little bit. I'm not trying to get fancy. The least that burns off of it, the better. The way I look at it, and this was really in bad shape as far as coated with cook. Makes them last longer, to be honest. The more oil that's on there, the less rust you'll get, but oh well. Let's get this thing going, man. I'm ready to go. So okay guys, we got the front seal replaced. We have, like I say, a brand new one in. We put extra fluid in the torque converter to make sure it had plenty primed in it. Put the torque converter back in there. I went ahead and took this little spring off of my transmission and put over this cap. They don't have to have these all the time. A lot of them do not have them. It's kind of just an extra precaution because these are pretty dang tight. So if you see one that don't have it, it's actually probably not missing, it just never had it. But I always put one on if I can, obviously. So anyway, we had that. This, where the speedometer cable goes in, was boogered up really bad, so I had to take me a file. We had to get that out of there. I don't know what happened. It probably bumped something on the way out of a car. So the rear seal don't look bad. I forgot to just grab one while I was there like an idiot, but I don't care. All you gotta do is take the dry shaft out to replace that, so I don't care. So yeah, now I do gotta spin it back around again this way, the way it goes, and put my transmission lines on here. And now here's the thing, I want to put my passenger gear cable on there because it's the right one. This one's a little longer, and even up here it's longer. I can make it work, but the only bad thing is I noticed mine's broke down here. I mean, the cable itself works. It's all there. But there's supposed to be an O-ring around this, I believe, that's broke off. And when I took it off my transmission, it had a lot of Permatex around it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm still debating here real quick. Do I want to go ahead and just make the other one work? So all I have to do here to make the one that's on it work is extend it out further. You see where mine is not as long? I can straighten all that. I'm sorry it's blurry. There. So anyway, all I gotta do is put me a little something on there and I can extend it out on the carburetor. The reason I want to leave this is I have a 2-barrel carburetor that I'm about to change to a 4-barrel, and I got a feeling that's why this is different. This is probably for a 4-barrel. So we're going to leave it on there. I can always get under the car and swap it if I have to, and I don't have Permatex to put on there if I put my old one, you know what I'm saying. That's a bunch of rambling that we don't need, ain't that right, girl? Huh? So now, let me go ahead and put these transmission lines on here, slide it under the car, try to get it on the jack, and we're going to see what I can do. We got to get these first couple bolts in, and then I'll be happy. So all right, it's time for the hard part. I got to get under here. I got to get it on the jack, and I'm going to use a little piece of plywood to get it on the plywood and the jack. And then we got to get it up there and get at least 2 bolts started. Oh man, this was not easy last time. It won't be easy this time, but we're going to get it done. Well, as you can see, it's getting dark, but I got the transmissions in there. We're buttoning up some stuff. So I got to put in the dry shaft, torque converter bolts, put the starter back on, and bolt up the transmission lines. That's pretty much it. It took me a while because obviously getting it in there by myself was no easy task. But she is looking good, looking good. Can't see nothing on now. Let me see. Booyah. So anyway, it's looking good. We get them torque converter bolts in. transmission lines, linkage, and dry shaft. And we're done. I'm firing this thing up tonight. We will find out if it has a transmission or not. I sure hope so. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys. Oh boy. It's about 8 o'clock at night and it's done. I got the transmission all back in. Everything's buttoned up. I did not have enough transmission fluid to fill it back up though. I did have enough to put in there. It's still probably a couple quarts low, but it's enough that it does go in gear. I mean, it'll go in and out of gear. So I know the transmission will work. I have to get the fluid so I can take it down the road and actually make sure it has all the gears. But it's cold out here and I'm done for tonight. I'm going in. We will button this project up in the morning. I'll go get some fluid and we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. I'm pretty sure. I think we're good to go. It sounds good. There's no leaking underneath. I mean, it sounds really good. I cut off another part of the exhaust pipe towards just a converter, and that actually sounds better too. So anyway, we'll see you in the morning. Never gonna be able to see it. Can't see them when they go that fast. Well, good morning, everybody. Well, for me anyway. Here's where we're at. We got everything done last night. The whole thing's completed. I just did not have enough fluid to fill it. I had just not enough fluid to fill it. So I went ahead and picked up 3 quarts. I think it was, when I was done, it started to almost touch the dipstick and it was able to jump in and out of gear. So we probably need 2 to 3 quarts is what I'm guessing. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump 1 in now. Then we're gonna fire it up and check it and see where we're at. And I'm praying to God we got a good transmission. I believe we do. So let me get it fired up, or let me get a quart dumped in, and then I'm gonna fire this baby up. I'll do a cold start, which is, all right, we're gonna go ahead and do a cold start. I'm gonna have to pump the crap out of it like always. Really? A bad connection, I guess. Hey, turn that off. Huh. No cold start. All right, I hooked up a ground to the body again. Let's see if this does anything. All right. I cut off the exhaust other than the catalytic converter. Sounds pretty good, actually. Yeah, sounds real good. It's probably gonna smoke a little bit once it gets hot from all the old fluid. Let me unplug this charger. Never mind all the mess. I've been doing my kitchen, and I had to stop on that when I got this transmission because I wanted to get it in the car, see what happens. Sounds good. I don't know how it sounds on camera, but it sounds good up close. Let me get the fluid checked and we'll see what happens. All right, I have not added more fluid, just the 1 quart. I figure while it's warming up, I'm gonna see if it'll go in gear. Come on, God. Work with me here. Oh, right in gear. Okay. Okay. Oof, there's one part. Of course, I thought my other one was good as well until it didn't have third. So let's let it warm up, top it off and all that good stuff. Make sure there's no leaks as well. I think that I forgot, but I noticed it looked like the tranny pan was kind of loosest, you know, a little bit loose. So I was gonna get under and tighten it, but I'm gonna wait and see if it leaks first. All right, let's let this thing warm up. I've added one more quart of fluid so far. And, no leaks yet. That's great. Of course, it's got all new seals, so shouldn't. I hope it don't. So, new gaskets. I just don't know if I got the pan tight enough. We'll double check it. A little bit of smoke coming down where it's burning off the exhaust from the old leaks. So we're topping the fluid off. I'm going to take a ride down to the church and back, which is only about a quarter mile. If it shifts in all the gears, then we'll take it down to the store and back. So, all right, we're gonna give this a try. I know I got a bad wheel cylinder in the back. I should have bought brake fluid too. Yeah, see, my last transmission would slip bad in reverse. All right. Hopefully the modular's still hooked up and I don't have to manually shift nothing. Ooh, we did a little burnout. I don't want to hold my camera up, but we'll be right back. Alright, now there ain't no traffic, I got the camera going, but yes, we are going 55, third gear, with no problems. Yeah, baby. Well, I just want to say thank you, my friend. And you ain't got to worry about that truck going anywhere. There's 2. And there's 3. Yes, I am excited. Very happy. Thank you. So, alright, guys. After every good, successful test drive comes a pressure wash, right? Yes, that means she's running. She's shifting. She's moving. I wish I would have put my old passing gear cable on there and some Permatex, because now I got to rig it up to be right, which I haven't tried to punch it and downshift it and do all that. I still want to get a oil change, radiator flush. We got a lot to do still. That's just the start. You know, I mean, it's got fresh oil because I put quite a bit of new oil in it, but I still want to do the whole change, put some Lucas in there. It's got, I don't know how many miles is on this thing, so I think it reads 11,000, so it's either 100, 200, you know what I mean? So it's not the original color even. So anyway, thanks for bearing with and watching the video. I know it ain't much. I guess I'll try to get some running footage in on another video. This one's probably got enough in it. So again, thanks again, guys. I'm getting back to my RC videos. My Hobby Wing Fusion Pro, the button burned up. I've never seen it like it, but I shipped it back. They say once they receive it, it could be 5 or 10 days before they determine whatever. They told me they think it sounds like a faulty power button, which it was, obviously. So we'll get that back in the hauler real soon. I got some lights and everything to put in it, all that good stuff. So, and again, I'll get a running video of this real soon. Let me make sure everything's right. I still gotta cut this tailpipe off the back of here because it's not connected to nothing. I don't need it rubbing a tire. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Peace.